Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Raven here. Today, we're going to go over the constructs in the creature codex I've been working on. So, number one is the primordial golem, and here it is. And then it's got the following: an armor of 25, health 150, mana 80, base attack 5, saves fortitude 5, reflex 3, will 3, damage threshold 20, size huge, speed 60. Its modifiers are charisma +1, con +5, dex +3, intelligence +1, strength +8, wisdom -2, creature type construct. Skills are perception +8, intimidate +8, mana gathering +8, special senses, magic sight 30 feet. Its abilities are primordial power gem. This gemstone is the golem's power source, and it is located in the center of the golem's chest. Additionally, this power gem grants the golem the following 3 benefits. 1. This creature has incorporeal strike. 2. This creature gains 50 temporary health at the beginning of each 24 hours. 3. The first time per 24 hours that this creature would die, it is instead fully healed. Remembrance Seeing. This creature remembers both the face and smell of any creature that it sees and or has seen. Primordial Eye Aura. This creature is always surrounded in an aura out to a 20-foot radius around itself. Additionally, any hostile creature that begins or ends its turn within this affected area takes 1d20 damage, and it becomes affected by the prone condition until the end of this creature's next turn. In addition, this bypasses a creature's resistances and immunities. Resistances. This creature has resistance to all of the following damage types: fire, water, air, earth, lightning, and psychological. Immunities. This creature has immunity to all of the following damage types: poison, metal, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Additionally, this creature has immunity to all of the following special conditions: burned, paralyzed, and petrified. Multi-attack. The primordial golem can attack 2 times instead of once whenever attacking. And then combat. Grappling strike. Target one creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 1d12 damage, and it becomes affected by both the grappled and restrained conditions until that creature can spend 5 combat points to escape. Slamming strike. Target one creature that is grappled by this creature. That creature takes 4d12 damage and becomes affected by the prone condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Throwing strike. Target one creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 1d4 damage and is thrown up to 30 feet in a random direction. Burning Eye Beam. Unleash a burst of fire in a 15-foot cone. All hostile creatures within this affected area take 6d6 damage, and it becomes affected by the burned condition for the next hour. Paralyzing Eye Beam. Unleash a burst of lightning in a 15-foot cone. All hostile creatures within this affected area take 10d6 damage, and it becomes affected by the paralyzed condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Freezing Eye Beam. Unleash a burst of ice in a 15-foot cone. All hostile creatures within this affected area take 15d6 damage, and it becomes affected by the petrified condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Tactics. This creature always follows the commands of the one that it is guarding. Lore. Primordial golems were crafted 300 years ago as weapons for the first primordial war of the New Age. It is said that the wizard who created them split his soul into 1,000 shards that became the golem's power sources. Now, 300 years later, the primordial eye has not only discovered how to create these golems, but they do so in droves and use them as front-line soldiers and guardians. Creature number 2 is a flying ship, and this is the flying ship, and this is the flying ship that the pirate Kraken Voids would use that in its ability part of its sheet. And the flying ship has armor of 30, health 300, mana 120, base attack 3, saves fortitude 4, reflex 2, will 1, damage threshold 20, size huge, speed 300. Its abilities are charisma plus 0, con plus 4, dex plus 2, intelligence plus 1, strength plus 6, wisdom plus 0. Creature type construct. Skills acrobatics plus 3, athletics plus 3, survival plus 5. Special senses magical darkness sight 60 feet. Abilities soul storing chest. This creature's heart is an empty chest that can store the soul of one willing creature. Additionally, if a creature that has its soul within this chest would die, then that creature is resurrected within the next 7 days, so long as that creature has at least one health, or so long as this creature has at least 1 health during those 7 days. In addition, if this creature were to ever die while it has the soul of another creature in this chest, then that creature's soul is destroyed and it dies. Regeneration. This creature regains 50 health at the beginning of each creature's turn, so long as this creature has at least 1 health. Resistances. This creature has resistance to all of the following damage types: fire, air, earth, lightning, light, dark, and sound. Immunities. This creature has immunity to all of the following damage types: water, poison, metal, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Additionally, this creature is immune to all of the following special conditions: prone, grappled, and restrained. In addition, this creature cannot be poisoned or contract a disease in any way. Multi-attack. The flying ship can attack twice instead of once whenever making an attack. Combat. Flyby cannon barrage. Target one creature that is within 150 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 10d12 damage. Then this creature continues to move/fly up to 150 feet. Shield of Reflection. When this creature is targeted by another creature, it creates a reflective shield around itself, making the creature that targeted it take an amount of damage equal to the amount of damage that this creature took. Living ropes. The rigging of the ship comes to life. All hostile creatures that are on the ship take 6d6 damage and become affected by both the grappled and restrained conditions until the end of this creature's next turn. Summon Ghost Crew. This creature summons 1d100 ghosts under its telepathic control. Additionally, these ghosts can leave the ship so long as they remain within 1 mile of the ship. Tactics. This creature will always try its best to keep its distance so that it can use its flyby cannon barrage and its reflective shield most effectively. If a creature is able to board the ship, then the ship will first use its living ropes, then it will summon its ghost crew. Additionally, the ship will always save at least 1 combat point to use its shield. Lore. 1,200 years ago, a pirate captain, whose name is now lost to time, is said to have trusted his ship with his life so much that he created a ritual to allow him to place his soul within his ship so that they could be one forever. After 300 years of wandering the seas, this nameless captain somehow met his fate when his ship was destroyed in a raid. Now, 1,200 years later, pirates from all over the world have rediscovered this ritual and now use it to their advantage to become immortal. Next, number 3 is the primordial mecha suit. And this is the primordial mecha suit. And it has armor 30, health 500, mana 300, base attack 5, saves fortitude 5, reflex 4, will 3, damage threshold 50, size gargantuan, speed 150, modifiers charisma +1, con +6, dex +4, int +1, strength +8, wisdom +1. Creature type, construct, skills, perception +12, nature mana gathering +10, acrobatics +8, athletics +8, survival +6. Special senses, magic sight, 100 feet. Abilities, pilot creature. This creature cannot function without either being piloted by another creature or while its autopilot ability is active. Additionally, a creature can spend 1 combat point to climb inside this creature and begin to pilot it. In addition, if the pilot dies while inside this creature, then this creature's autopilot ability automatically activates. Autopilot. While this ability is active, this creature can function normally without a pilot. Regeneration. This creature regenerates 50 health at the beginning of each of its turns so long as it has at least 1 health. Resistances. This creature has resistance to all of the following damage types: fire, water, air, earth, lightning, light, and dark. Immunities. This creature has immunity to all of the following damage types: bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, lightning, poison, metal, and sound. Multi-attack. The primordial mecha suit can make 2 attacks instead of 1 whenever making an attack. Aura of War. This creature is always surrounded in an aura out to a 30-foot radius around itself. Any hostile creature that begins or ends its turn within this affected radius takes 10d4 damage and is pushed back up to 30 feet before becoming affected by both the prone and paralyzed conditions until the end of this creature's next turn. Combat. Bite. Target 1 creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 4d12 damage and becomes affected by the bleeding condition for the next hour. Claw/kick. Target 1 creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d12 damage and the creature is knocked prone until the end of this creature's next turn. Tail. Target one creature that is within 25 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 1d12 damage and is pushed back up to 30 feet. Roar of War. All hostile creatures within a 30-foot radius that can hear this roar takes 15d4 damage before becoming affected by the paralyzed condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Tactics. This creature's tactics change depending on if it is being piloted or if it is in autopilot mode. While being piloted by another creature, it will follow whatever that creature wishes. While in autopilot mode, it will always begin with its roar, followed by its bite, then claw/kick, and finally its tail. Lore. Long ago, when the primordial eye first began to claim the world as their own, they used this creature to their advantage against other kingdoms, for no one had ever seen such a powerful creature, let alone one that could be controlled. And it wasn't until a hero whose name is now lost to time discovered the secret to the creature's creation. After this, he created 5 of these creatures for his kingdom, and it is now said that those are not only the last of their kind, but they have also been lost to time. Number 4, the Primordial Zeppelin. And this is the Primordial Zeppelin. And it has an armor of 20, health 200, mana 100, base attack 2, saves fortitude 2, reflex 3, will 1, damage threshold 10, size gargantuan, speed 120, ability modifiers charisma +0, con +4, dex +2, intelligence +0, strength +4, wisdom +2, creature type construct, skills, perception +5, special senses, magical darkness, sight 60 feet. Abilities, camouflage, this creature can become invisible at will. Resistances, this creature has resistance to all the following damage types: fire, air, water, earth, and lightning. Immunities, it's immune to poison, metal, and sound damage. Multi-attack, the Primordial Zeppelin can make 2 attacks instead of 1. Combat, radio control signal. Target one creature that is out to 300 feet. On a hit, that creature becomes affected by the charmed condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Sound waves. All creatures within a 20-foot radius around this creature take 5d6 damage and become affected by the deafened condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Burst of light. All creatures within a 20-foot radius of this creature take 5d6 damage and become affected by the blind condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Tactics. This creature always begins combat with its radio control signal, followed by either its sound waves or burst of light. Lore. 100 years ago, a blacksmith who worked for the Primordial Eye discovered an ancient and non-working machine. After about 30 years of working on this machine, he was able to restore its functionality, and thus the Primordial Zeppelin was born. Number 5, a scrap golem. And this is the scrap golem. And he has armor 15, health 30, mana 15, base attack 1, saves fortitude 1, reflex 1, will 1, damage threshold 5, size large, speed 30 feet, modifiers, charisma plus 0, calm plus 1, dex plus 2, intelligence plus 1, strength plus 3, health plus 0. Creature type construct, skills perception plus 2, survival plus 3, special senses, blind seeing 30 feet. Abilities, self-repair. This creature regains 10 health at the beginning of each of its turns, so long as it has at least 1 health. Rebuild self. The first time each 24 hours that this creature would die, it is instead fully healed. Immunities. It is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and lightning damage. Combat. Electric touch. Touch one creature. On a hit, that creature takes 1d6 damage and it becomes affected by the paralyzed condition until the beginning of that creature's next turn. And electric shock. Wave. All hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius of this creature take 3d6 damage and become affected by the paralyzed condition until the beginning of that creature's next turn. Tactics. These non-hostile creatures will only attack if provoked. While in combat, they always begin with their shockwave, only using their electric touch when needed. Lore. Nobody knows how these creatures came to be. All that is known about them is that they are mostly non-hostile, and they are said to eat the rusted scraps of machinery. Number 6. The Primordial Submarine. And this is the Primordial Submarine. Excuse me, needed to clear my throat. And it has an armor 20, health 200, mana 80, base attack 1, saves, fortitude 3, reflex 3, will 1, damage threshold 10, size huge, speed 200, modifiers, charisma plus 0, calm plus 2, dex plus 4, intelligence plus 0, strength plus 2, wisdom plus 2. It's construct, creature type, skills, perception plus 5, survival plus 3, special senses, blind seeing, 100 feet. Abilities, waterproof. This creature can breathe and function normally while on land and while in/underwater. Additionally, this creature is immune to all water damage. In addition, whenever this creature would be dealt water damage, it instead regains an amount of health equal to the damage that would have been dealt. Immunities. It's immune to fire, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Combat. Laser rifle. To target one creature that is within 120 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d6 damage and it becomes affected by the burned condition for the next 5 minutes. Sonar burst. All creatures within a 20-foot radius of this creature take 2d8 damage and become affected by the deafened condition for the next 5 minutes. Tactics. This creature will use its laser rifle in more situations. Unless it feels in danger, then it will use its sonar burst. Lore. It is said that this creature was created by the mythical Murmur clan, who was said to once roam the world of Voidheart. Now these creatures wander the blackened seas of the world. Number 7. The Primordial Chariot. This is one of my favorites. And it is the creature is the chariot, not the horse. Armor 18, health 50, mana 30, base attack 1, saves, fortitude 1, reflex 1, will 1, damage threshold 15, size large. Modifiers: Charisma +1, Con +2, Dex +6, Intelligence +1, Strength +1, Wisdom +1. Creature type: Construct. Skills: Perception +5, Survival +3, Special Senses, Darkness Sight, 30 feet. Abilities: Immunities. This creature is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Summon Horse. 3 times per day, this creature can summon and telepathically command a horse voids. Combat. Controlling reigns. Target one creature that is within 30 feet. On a hit, that creature becomes under this creature's control for the next 24 hours. Run over. Target one creature that is within 30 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d4 damage and becomes affected by the prone condition until the beginning of that creature's next turn. Tactics. This non-hostile creature will only attack if either provoked or threatened. If this happens, it will always begin with its run over followed by its controlling reigns. Lore. This creature was created by a king named David the Dreadful as a way for him to move more easily on the battlefield. After his death, all 300 of these creatures escaped, and to this day they have yet to be seen again. Number 8. The Primordial Spider Fortress. And this is the Primordial Spider Fortress. And it has an armor of 30, health 1500, mana 500, base attack 5. Saves are Fortitude 6, Reflex 8, Will 4, Damage Threshold 30, Size Gargantuan, Speed 150. Modifiers: Charisma +3, Con +8, Dex +12, Intelligence +2, Strength +6, Wisdom +1. Creature type: Construct. Skills: Perception +12, Mana Gathering +8, Survival +6, Athletics +4, Acrobatics +2. Special Senses: Magical Darkness Sight, 120 feet. Abilities: Piloting, just like the Primordial Mecha Suit, and Autopiloting, just like the Primordial Mecha Suit. Spider walking, just like the regular spider. It can walk and climb up walls, ceilings, and webs. Naturally stealthy, just like the regular spider. It is always considered invisible unless make a danger attack of 25. Regeneration. This creature regains 50 health at the beginning of each creature's turn, so long as it has 1 health. Resistances: it's resistant to light, dark, lightning, and fire damage. Its immunities are poison, metal, water, air, and sound damage. Summon Guards. This creature summons and telepathically commands 1d10 Primordial Guard males and 1d10 Primordial Guard females. Teleport. This creature can teleport up to 60 feet in a direction of its choice. Multi-attack. The Primordial Spider Fortress can make 4 attacks instead of 1 whenever making an attack. Combat. Bite. Target one creature that's within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d12 damage, and it becomes paralyzed until the end of this creature's next turn. Net of webs. Target one creature that is within 60 feet. On a hit, that creature becomes grappled, restrained, and prone until the end of this creature's next turn. Dex Draining Mist. All hostile creatures within a 20-foot radius of this creature have their dexterity score reduced by 1d4. Additionally, this reduction to the creature's stat lasts for the next hour. Shifting Castle. This creature can change the size, shape, and layout of the castle on its back at will. Tactics. This creature follows the tactics of the one that is piloting it. Additionally, if this creature is in autopilot mode, then it will always begin with its draining mist, followed by its web, then its bite, only using its shifting castle if enemies invade within the castle itself. Lore. These fortresses were built by the original members of the Primordial Eye thousands of years ago. Within recent years, some of these creatures have been rediscovered by the new Primordial Eye, and they have taken such a liking to them that they have made them some of their home bases of operation. Number 9. The Primordial Bird Fortress. And this is the Primordial Bird Fortress. Excuse me. It has a armor of 25, health 1200, mana 400, base attack 2, saves fortitude 2, reflex 4, will 1, damage threshold 20, size gargantuan, speed 120. Ability modifiers are charisma plus 1, con plus 2, dex plus 12, intelligence plus 0, strength plus 8, wisdom plus 0. Creature type constructs, skills, perception plus 8, survival plus 6, special senses, magical darkness sight, 60 feet. Abilities, pilot creature and autopilot, just like the spider castle and the mecha suit. Regenerate. This creature regenerates 30 health at the beginning of each creature's turn, so long as it has at least 1 health. Resistance. It's resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Immunities. It's immune to poison, metal, and air damage. Summon guards. This creature summons and telepathically commands 1d8 primordial guard males and 1d8 primordial guard females. Teleport. This creature can teleport up to 30 feet in any direction of its choice. Multi-attack. It can make 4 attacks instead of 1. Combat. Peck. Target one creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d8 damage, and it is knocked prone until the end of that creature's next turn. Wing. Target one creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 1d8 damage, and it is pushed back up to 30 feet. Screech. All hostile creatures within a 20-foot radius of this creature take 4d8 damage and become affected by both the deafened and bleeding conditions for the next 10 minutes. Shifting Castle. This creature can change the size, shape, and layout of the castle on its back at will. And tactics. This creature follows the commands of its pilot. If it is not being piloted, then this creature will always begin with its screech, followed by either its peck or wing, only using its shifting castle when necessary. Lore. These creatures were found and enslaved by the Primordial Eye. They are rarely heard of and even more rarely seen. It is said that if this creature does appear, then that means the Primordial Eye is here to either enslave or outright destroy. And the last one for this video, number 10, is my favorite one, the Primordial Whale Fortress. And this is the beautifully amazing whale fortress. And it has the following: Armor 50, Health 3000, Mana 15, Base Attack 10, Saves Fortitude 12, Reflex 4, Will 6, Damage Threshold 50, Size Gargantuan, Speed 300, Modifiers Charisma plus 2, Con plus 12, Dex plus 4, Intelligence plus 6, Strength plus 8, Wisdom plus 6. Creature Type Construct, Skills Perception plus 12, Nature Mana Gathering plus 10, Survival plus 8, Special Senses, Magic Sight 30 feet, Blind Seeing 120 feet. Abilities, Pilot Creature and Autopilot, just like the other ones. Storm Proof. This creature can breathe and function normally while on land and while in/underwater. Additionally, this creature has immunity to all water and lightning damage. In addition, whenever this creature would be dealt either water or lightning damage, it instead regains an amount of health equal to the damage that would have been dealt. Regeneration. This creature regains 100 health at the beginning of each creature's turn, so long as it has at least 1 health. Thick Skin. This creature has resistance to all damage. Immunities. This creature has immunity to poison, metal, air, and fire damage. Summon Guards. This creature can summon and telepathically command 1d12 Primordial Guard males and 1d12 Primordial Guard females. Teleport. This creature can teleport up to 120 feet in a direction of its choice. Multi-attack. It can make 4 attacks instead of 1. Combat. Bite and Swallow. Target one creature that is within 15 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 2d12 damage and it becomes swallowed by this creature. Additionally, a creature swallowed in this way is unable to escape until it spends 6 combat points to escape. Tail. Target one creature that is within 25 feet. On a hit, that creature takes 1d12 damage and it is pushed back up to 30 feet before becoming affected by the prone condition until the end of this creature's next turn. Create Storm. All hostile creatures within a 30-foot radius of this creature take 4d12 damage and become affected by both the prone and paralyzed conditions until the end of this creature's next turn. Shifting Castle. This creature can change the size, shape, and layout of the castle on its back at will. Tactics. This creature will follow the commands of its pilot. If it is not being piloted, then this creature will always begin with its Create Storm, followed by either its Bite or Tail, only using its Shifting Castle when necessary. Lore. This creature was created by a woman who goes by Mordred. She once was a member of the Primordial Eye until she discovered their true intentions. After she was able to escape, she created this creature as both a base of operation to oppose the Primordial Eye, as well as a safe zone that they are not yet aware of, giving her and her allies the advantage of being hidden. Thank you all. Like, subscribe, and share the video so that everyone can see these monsters. And join us for more as we grow our channel and go on more adventures.